What's up to all my hard hitters out there, man? Chuck P. C-Ville's finest, not the FI Podcast number 29. And I'm here with my right. Well, damn. I guess I'm not here with my right-hand man from the land, Mr. Carl Cleveland, this week. No, man, I got to roll solo, man. Schedule, it's all messed up now, so I got to roll solo for this one. But it's all good. It's all good. I got to be honest with you. I'm so full of piss and vinegar. I'm so pissed that I really think that I can hold it down for the both of us this time. This time for KTFO number 29. And it seemed like we got here in no time too, man. 29 episodes in. Listen, you want to stay tuned for tomorrow's after party show. It's the Big 3-0 and everybody's invited. So looking forward to that one. Now, like I said before, I'm a little pissed off, and I want to start out with this heavyweight division again. And I want to start with the one, Mr. Dillian White, for the last time. For the last time. I'm telling you guys this right now. After this, unless Mr. Cleveland wants to say something tomorrow on the after party show, we will not be talking about Dillian White on KTFO no more. No more. What is he calling himself? What's his moniker? The Body Snatcher. He's a certified house nigga, so I guess that makes him the slave catcher. Now they got his big dumb black ass on a PED tracker. That's right. You heard it. I said it. Dillian White fails yet another PED test. Fails yet another PED test. I think he went through this back in 2012 and he got banned. He was bitching and whining about being the mandatory for the WBC title. He had his shot against Oscar Rivas and he cheated. Check this out. For the ones who don't know, they knew that he popped dirty 3 days prior. And I put the emphasis on that. 3 days prior to his fight with Oscar Rivas. They failed to let Oscar Rivas and his team know, along with the WBC. If the WBC would have known this, this fight would have never happened. But that's all right. That's all right. Because it's over for you now, Dillian. It's over for you. Now I don't give a damn what reports come out after this, because it could be another Big Baby Miller situation where they were saying, okay, he popped dirty for 2. He popped dirty for 3. I don't give a damn if it's 4, 5, or 10. This is the end for you, Dillian. We're not covering you on this show anymore. You fucked up. If you ask me, you should get probably a 4-year ban this time around, if not a lifetime ban. And you know what? I didn't forget about you, Eddie. I didn't forget about you, Eddie Hearn. The irony of you, Mr. Eddie Hearn. When this happened with Big Baby Miller, you scolded and damn near crucified Big Baby Miller when he popped dirty, because he was going against your not only your fighter but your friend, Anthony Flopshaw. Oh, this is my friend. I can't believe he's popping for PEDs, and this is a dangerous sport. You're not hitting the baseball, you're hitting a man's face. Okay, true. But how come you couldn't keep that same energy for Oscar Rivas? You didn't give a damn about Oscar Rivas's well-being and his life and his family, though, huh? See, when it comes to your fighters that you like, with Anthony Joshua and Dillian White, you sing a different tune. And then you got the nerve to say, oh, well, Dillian's situation isn't as bad as Big Baby Miller's. Man, please. Point blank and period. This is why I don't like covering you fighters across that damn pond. I don't know if it's something in the water over there, but it's always some bullshit with you fighters across the pond. The only fighter I got respect for across over there in the UK is Kell Brook. That's it. And he's a little suspect in other ways, but that's another story for another day. Now, let's move on to something else. I got my notes here. I don't want to miss a damn thing on this show. We had a jam-packed show last week. I didn't even think it'd be that much news this week, but it's some shit going down. We got some Keith Thurman backlash now, okay? So, Pictures have surfaced showing that Keith Thurman really didn't give a damn about this Pac-Man fight. He didn't take this Pac-Man fight seriously at all. There's pictures surfacing showing Keith Thurman gambling. Listen to me, y'all. Gambling. You know, they were in Vegas the night prior before the biggest fight of his life, all the way up to 4 o'clock in the morning of the fight. All right. Gambling with Adrian Broner, gambling with Floyd Mayweather Jr. But guess who was the voice of reason, though? Around 4 a.m., Adrian Broner, out of all people, had to be the voice of reason. He said he went up to Thurman in his camp, his inner circle. He said, I got to just say this, man. Keith, your inner circle, y'all motherfuckers ain't shit, man. Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit, man. Y'all know this man got the biggest fucking fight of his motherfucking life later on tonight, because like I said, this is the morning of the fight. And you're sitting up here, got this man gambling. After that, Keith got up, went up to AB and said, you know what, brother? I needed to hear that. I got to get the fuck up out of here, man. I needed to hear that. Keith Thurman then leaves. You know what happens. He has to fight later that night. You guys saw the fight, man. Manny Pacquiao, you know, he had his way with Keith for the most part, man. You know, so and you want to know what's funny? Carl Cleveland had broke this to me first, you know, and then as I'm hearing it, I'm like, I can't believe this, man. Then they was talking about how he was sitting up there eating pizza and ice cream and all this other shit. Just not really. I guess just not taking it seriously, man. You know, but it is what it is. Sad news, guys. Sad news. Russian fighter Mad Max Dadashev passed away. All right. Last Friday night, he had a fight on the Teofimo Lopez card, and his trainer stopped the fight due to a stoppage against Mateus. Mateus had him in the corner and just punishing Dadashev. And trainer Buddy McGirt just had to tell the ref, look, man, he's had enough, man. Dadashev, he was in bad shape in there, man. Bad shape in there. And the thing is, man, he's only 28 years old. So check this out. He had to be walked to a stretcher through the crowd, okay, because there wasn't one anywhere near the ring. So you got to look at it, man. Time is not on this man's side at this point either. By the time they get him to the stretcher, he's throwing up all over the place. They rushed him to the nearest hospital, but he lost consciousness by the time he got there. He was in a medically induced coma to try to reduce the pressure from the brain, but it was just too much, too late. You know, we lost Dadashev. He passed away, man. R.I.P. R.I.P. to Mad Max, man. Condolences to his family. And it wasn't just him, y'all. It wasn't just him. We had another guy by the name of Hugo Santilli, who also passed away, man, due to complications after his fight. So it was like, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, the boxing world is taking a hit, literally. And the irony, I mean, you know what they say, man. They go in threes, man. They go in threes. You had Sweet Pea, Mad Max, and then Hugo Santilli, man. That's crazy. Wow. So let's talk about Mayweather and Pacquiao. All right. Let's have a little fun here. Is it gonna happen? Me personally, I don't really care for the fight right now. You know, I'm kind of feeling the way I'm feeling about Canelo ducking ass Alvarez and Triple Flea. I don't want to see part 3 with that. You know, I'm feeling the same way with the Pac-Man Mayweather. But come on, man, you know they always got a way of luring us in. You know, once, you know, they really get to talking, and then you have the media start talking more about it and everything. You know, you obviously might end up buying in, you know. But as of right now, I don't really give a damn about this fight, man. But they're having the war words on Twitter, back and forth on social media. Floyd is saying how he's tired of having his name attached to Manny Pacquiao, and he wants Manny to stand on his own and stop living and gaining credibility and relevance off of his name. So Manny's like, dude, you came to my fucking fight, man. You came to my fight, and you talking about relevance. If you want to stay relevant, fight me, okay? So Floyd then says, "No, bro, I was your supervisor that night. That's why I was there. Not only I beat you, I owned you, and now I signed you. You ain't see TMT all up in this motherfucking ring. So I came up in here to supervise your ass." So then Manny fires back and he said, "Well, look, the last time I checked, I didn't see your name on the fine print of my contracts. But if you want a contract, I can have one sent to you, and we could cross the T's, and I can dot them I's, literally, So I mean, they're going back and forth, man. Obviously, like I said, the more the fans talk about it, the more the media talks about it, then I guess they can get people to buy into the shit. Let's get to some confirmed fight dates. I tell you what, I was telling Mr. Cleveland, man, I was getting pretty anxious. I couldn't wait to see Deontay Wilder get in the ring again, man. Nah, they pushing the date back. Okay, they pushing the date back. I thought that he would fight in September, but they're pushing the date back between him and Luis King Kong Ortiz all the way to November 9th. So I got plenty of time to come up with a good intro for this one. Plenty of time, I'm a fan of both fighters, man. If you've been paying attention to any of my older podcasts, I always said in the heavyweight division, in my eyes, and Mr. Cleveland agrees, Deontay Wilder's number one, and Luis King Kong Ortiz is number two in the division. I don't give a damn about the lineal champion. And even though Ruiz has added intrigue, most definitely, I still think if he had a fight with King Kong, Luis Ortiz would break his face. I truly believe that. And I know Ruiz has fast hands and everything, and they want to say King Kong is too old. He's an old man. I mean, I haven't seen any signs of that. A lot of people talk about his last fight, King Kong's last fight. Dude, I don't know how many times you have fighters sometimes who just don't get up for a fight. They feel like they're better than this person. They feel like they shouldn't even be in the ring with this person. They just don't get up for the fight. It just happens, man. I think we just saw that with Teofimo Lopez this past week. Sometimes you just don't get up for it. Me personally, I think King Kong Ortiz is still a dangerous man. Still a dangerous man. And being honest, being completely honest, I don't like this fight. I don't like this fight for Wilder, to be completely honest with you. But I'm starting to have enough faith in Wilder where I think he can pull it off. But that first fight, man, that first fight between those two, that told me a lot, man. That told me a lot. I got nothing but mad respect for King Kong Ortiz, man. Those are my two favorite fighters in the heavyweight division, and I can't wait for them to clash. We're also creeping on the finalization of my favorite fighter, period. My favorite fighter in Bud Crawford in the welterweight division. And I guess I could say this now that Mr. Cleveland ain't here. The best welterweight in the division. He'll be fighting his mandatory Kavaliauskas in October. Obviously not the fight that I want for Bud. Obviously not the fight I want for him, but oh well. I mean, I guess we just got to take it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Bob Fava. Give us something better. Bob Arum, come on now. This is I want to touch on that for a little bit. This is just how I'm looking at it, man. We know Errol Spence is on a mission. Strap season, right? Okay. I would like for Errol to collect all of those belts on the PBC side and then just bring them all to Bud Crawford and make the mega fight. Now, obviously, when it comes to negotiations, Bud is really going to have to fold and be at Errol Spence's demand. But, I mean, you get in the fight, man. You get in the fight, and I don't think Errol Spence will be too crazy as far as negotiations, man. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll be able to get that big fight, you know. Bud just gonna have to just do what the fuck he has to do on that side of the planet until they collide. You know, I mean, point blank and period, man. Bud really can't do much over there. You know, it would be nice for him to fight a Danny Garcia. I would like for him to even fight a Kell Brook, to be honest. But I mean, it is what it is, man. But we do have a fight tonight to talk about. Undefeated champion Tank Davis defending his WBA super featherweight title against Ricardo Nunez. Let's talk about Ricardo for a brief moment. I mean, a very brief moment. Me personally, I don't really know too much about Ricardo Nunez, but he is coming into the fight with 23 wins, 2 losses with 19 knockouts. Good knockout power, man. I'm hearing he has great knockout power. Tank shouldn't take him lightly. I don't think he will. You know, this is Ricardo Nunez's first time in the States. You know, Showtime. You know, all of that shit plays a part. You know, all of that shit plays a part, man. But we'll see what he does. We'll see what he does. Because this is like this could be a Brandon Adams situation. We knew absolutely nothing about Brandon Adams. I remember I had Charlo smoking this dude in the prediction show, and he took him to 12 in one of the most exciting fights that I had seen all year. And like I said, I had earned a lot of respect for Brandon Adams that night. Maybe Ricardo Nunez could be like another Brandon Adams. We'll see, though. Let's talk about Gervonte Tank Davis, man. Gervonte Tank Davis has a record of 21 wins with no losses and 20 knockouts. Now, we talked about Tank before when he was going up against Hugo Ruiz. This boy then came a long way, had a hard life. You know, TMT, Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbe, you know, they got him under their wing, you know, and you can see that Tank is starting to mature now. He was a wild child, you know, anybody who followed him, we know about Tank Davis. He was a wild child, you know, but you can see the maturity now. You know, he just had a little girl. All that shit plays a part, man. And he's staying focused. He actually made weight. We saw him at the weigh-in yesterday. Made weight. You know, he had that problem before where he couldn't make weight and he lost his title because of that. You know, so, you know, I think he definitely learned from that. As far as his fight is concerned, I think Calvin, his trainer, will have Tank doing what he's been doing, man. You know, stick to the basics. Wait for the fight to come to you. Once you get him hurt, take him out quickly. The thing that I don't want Tank to do, don't be too thirsty for the big shot. We all know how Tank is. Once he gets you hurt, he's like a shark, man. He smells blood. He's going to come and he's going after you. He's going to try to get you out of there quick. I just don't want him to be too thirsty for the big shot, man. Let the fight come to you. Stay poised, and you can get him on up out of there quick, man. If I was Ricardo Nunez, I would definitely watch out for that uppercut. You know how Tank Davis is with those series of uppercuts, man. Deadly. You know, Ricardo Nunez definitely needs to stay clear of that. My prediction for the fight, I got Gervonte Tank Davis winning this fight. Give me a fourth round knockout. Give me a fourth round knockout by Tank. I don't think it'd be a long fight. I think it'd be a quick night. You know, so with that being said, everybody, I want to thank each and every person for tuning in, man. All my hard hitters out there, man. If you're not a hard hitter, please click that subscribe button, man. We need all the hard hitters we can get. You know, this is something new, not the FI podcast. It's something fresh, something fun. You know, we speak our mind on here, man. We keep it real, man. Here in the Ville, we always keep it real, man. We don't hold nothing back, you know, and that's what I like about this. And if you're a fan of that, click that subscribe button and become an official hard hitter and a resident of the Ville, man. Follow me on Twitter at ChuckP216. Keep a leg up on everything that I got in store for you, man. Y'all know what I post on there. I keep people updated on everything I'm getting ready to do as far as Knock the F Out podcast. So stay tuned, man. And as far as that, the big 3-0 tomorrow, the after party show. Everybody's invited, man. Gonna be a party, man. Gonna be some shout outs there, man. People that are day one hard hitters, man, who's been supporting us. Truly appreciate y'all, man. And yeah, stay tuned for that after party show tomorrow, man. Chuck P. C-Ville's finest. On behalf of Mr. Carl Cleveland, we up out of here, man. Enjoy the fight.